Welcome to Stock Talk. This is your host, Scott. Hope you've had a good week of trading. We've had a pretty good week this week with a portfolio, also with the pocketing of money. We're going to talk about the trades that we've made. Some of those trades we traded pretty early. Could have made a lot more money, but based on my strategy of a retired man, I take that money as soon as I can get it. So I hope some of you still holding some of these that we talked about before, and maybe you're going to make a lot more than I did. But I'm very pleased with what I've done. So, and that's the way you got to be when you've got a strategy that you want to, make a certain percent, or you make a certain percent during the day. Then we walk away from those winnings, take those winnings and walk away, and don't worry about what happens after that. But it's hard to watch sometimes. I'm not going to kid you. So we'll talk about that and the trades that we've made, and also some things going on with NVAX tonight. We got some news on that. We're going to talk about that. But let's go ahead and jump over and look at our trades, and then we'll look at the portfolio and talk about our stocks for this week. Okay? All right, so let's go over to our trades that we've made so far this year. And you can see here that these are the trades that we sold out on 3/9. Some of them we talked about earlier that we purchased. You see there that we've got purchase price of $585.65 on that Tesla. We sold out at $620. Of course, if you've been watching it, you know good and well that that thing kept going, and we'll take a look at the price on it today. But it's really gone. We sold out at $620. So quite early, but I made 5.87% in between 1 and 2 days. So that's my goal, 6% in a year. So I'm gonna take those kind of gains when they come that quick. You'll see there on Apple as well, 1 to 2 day trade on that. We made 2.23%. That's a little bit. It's gone up as well, but it's a little bit earlier than normal. But I just wanted to go ahead and take that. That was both of those had pretty good bit of money in them. So 2.23%. That's a CD. 1 year CD, and we did it in 1 or 2 days. So that's kind of my mindset when I cash in on these things sometimes. And then you see the big winner was HUTMF. That's one of those Bitcoin miners, and we had it for a whopping 1 day and made 16%. So that's a good year's pay on something. So we like that 16.06. Usually you don't even get that in the year. So we'll take that and be happy with that. Now, we didn't have as much in that one, unfortunately, as we did, in Apple and Tesla, because the share price is so low there. But we did have a pretty good bit as far as the winnings go. So we'll take that. All right, and you see here on March the 8th, we sold AMC and X. This is where we bought Tesla. I think we've already talked about the March 8th moves there. Tesla. This is what we bought in. We were in at 585.65, as you see here. HTMF was in 710, and Apple we were in at 119.15. So we just had bought those on the 8th. I think we bought a little bit of Tesla on that previous Friday. All right, March 10th, yesterday, we bought some NVAX just in time. So we got bought it in at 190.39 and 191.36. So that's our cost average price, I believe. But we did buy some yesterday. Bought GBTC today. GBTC is a Bitcoin trust, grayscale Bitcoin trust, and bought it at 52.15. It's kind of high today. It's had a good little run up, but I just really think I'm into the crypto now. I'm into the Bitcoin only. And I've got some Bitcoin, so I wanted to get some exposure to Bitcoin in my cash account. So we did that as well, and we bought some of that today just to get the exposure to the Bitcoin. Now, it could go down from here. It's very volatile, Bitcoin and this. So I'd be surprised if we cash out on this anytime soon. I just kind of wanted that Bitcoin exposure and that cash account. All right, so let's talk about what's going on for the year so far. The Dow, as of today, close of day, the Dow's up 6.14%. S&P's up 4.81%, 88%, and the NAS had a really good day today and is up 3.96%. Just to give you an idea that these are not bad percentages so far for what we got in our third month, especially for the Dow. But do know that we are beating all three of these, so that's what we like to see. I would be happy with any of these, really, for this far into the year. My goal is 6, so this one would be my favorite. So, but that's where we're at on that. And it was a really been a really good week so far as portfolio and the pocketing the money. It's been a good year for pocketing as well as for the portfolio itself. But we're only in the third month. Hopefully we can hold on to some of this. We were sitting pretty last March, beginning of March or February, and we know what happened with that pullback last year. So you never know what's going to happen. So, but let's take a look at our portfolio and see what's going on with our stocks today. We're going to talk about NVAX a little bit too, in a little bit more detail. But today, you can see here, I want to show you the S&P. S&P here is, it was up 1.04%, 40 points, and then you got your Dow up 30, and up 188.57. So about 0.5% there, and then 2.5% on the NASDAQ. So really good day for the NASDAQ for sure. And oil, take a look at oil. Oil's up to almost $66 a gallon now. So if you're still holding your MPC and things like that, you're probably feeling pretty happy with how those have been going lately. All right, so let's take a look at each stock here and dive into them a little bit. GBTC, again, 52.15 is what I got into today, towards the end of the day. So it was on the high end, but that's okay. I think that Bitcoin may be getting ready to run, so that's why I did that. I could be wrong. It could drop like a rock tomorrow. Who knows? You never know. Okay, Apple I'm out of, so but it's still going. Apple we're out of, and let's see here. We got out of Apple again. We got out of that one at 121.81, 121.81, and it is at 121.96. So not too bad on the Apple. The Tesla's going to be a little bit more painful. HUTMF is 830. We got out of that one at 824, so not so terrible there. And now we can talk about Tesla. Tesla is now sitting at almost $700, and we got out at 620, I believe it was. 620. So if we'd held that one, we'd been in a lot better shape as far as what we made off of it. But hey, we can't argue with what we made. But Tesla, when I bought it, I was thinking long term, but it went up so fast, I just went ahead and took the money. So if it drops back down to that 600 range or something like that, or back under 600, we'll get back in that one big time. All right, NVAX, here's the one we need to talk about. Had a really good day, up $15, 8.77%. But let's take a look and see what's going on in after hours right now. You're up $39 in after hours, 21%. The news that came out, let's see if I can find it real quick here. Here it is. It's let's go ahead and pull it up. All right, so NVAX COVID-19 vaccine candidate, 96.4% effective in phase 3 trial in UK. So this is some of the news we've been talking about, and it's very good news. We got 96.4% in the UK with the original strain of COVID, as well as 86% against the UK strand that's the B117 that we know is of concern here in the U.S. and is highly transmittable, as well as an aggregate of 89% of the UK. Okay, and then you go to South Africa, there is a 55% in non-HIV participants. So there's a South African strand there that's not doing as well in, but still 55%. It's not terrible, but you can see here, this thing is going bonkers, pretty much, is what we like to say. It's going bonkers here in after hours. Actually, it has come pulled back a little bit. It was as high as, I think, 135, 136 is what I think I saw at one point. I mean, 235 and 236 is what I saw in after hours. And it was trading 1.2 million shares in after hours. Let me take a quick look at that real quick on my phone here. One of the apps I like to use on my phone is the CNBC app. And I like to just pull up the tickers on that in the after hours because it shows you the volume on after hours. You can really see the volume and everything better there when you do that. So yeah, 226.65 right now is what I'm seeing here. And let's see here, 1.455 million shares traded. So I was looking at this level here, and this is where, when it came down, it kind of settled here, and it was trying to hold that for a while, and that was these 234, and that was kind of a support level. Broke it a little bit here and got back up over it, and got all the way up to this 240. But this is where we're at now. I mean, we're in this range here, so that should hopefully hold up. If it does, if it does, that'll be great. Okay, if it passes that, you may be talking this level here, 265. But I kind of like it, as long as it holds this level here, I'm gonna be good and comfortable with that. Haven't sold any yet. Now, if it gets crazy and really quickly goes up to here and up to here tomorrow, I may be pulling the trigger on some of it anyway, because I know I've gotten burnt many a times because I've done that as far as it going higher, but you see it does come back down. So 268 was a peak there, and then you got a 284 peak there. So any of those peaks get hit tomorrow, I would probably be pulling the trigger on some of it. Though the pullbacks on those were not bad at all. So that's what I'm going to be doing. We'll watch that in close. I don't think it's going to get this high tomorrow. I could be wrong. It being a Friday, I don't know. Maybe the GameStop people are out of that one now that it started to pull back, and they'll come play with this one a little while. Or maybe Tilray. That'd be all right with me. But a good pop in after hours for NVAX, and good news for them. I figured it would be, and so that's why we bought it at the higher price. And so we're sitting pretty right now, back in the green on it, good in the green. So maybe selling it tomorrow, who knows. Akamai up a little bit today, nothing to brag about there, but it is green. This one did pretty good today. It actually got all the way up to 34.20, so I like to see that one coming back a little bit, because that's the one that's really hurt us lately, this SPCE, Virgin Galactic. This is the one that's really been causing heartache in the portfolio as far as pulling back. As you can see here on this one, we had gotten all the way up to here, let's see, 59, and it's pulled back all the way down to 26. I mean, you're talking almost, that's terrible. So, and we're in, I forget where we're in at. I don't know right off the top of my head, but we're still way down on this one. I'd say we're in this area here somewhere, maybe up here in the 40s. So we got a ways to go before we get even on that one. But I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen before the year's over with, so not too worried about it. UVXY, don't even want to talk about that one. That's supposed to be our volatility index. Of course, I can understand today wasn't volatile, just going up pretty much all day. This is the short of the S&P, which should be red when you have a green day. So that's understandable. KO, Coca-Cola Company. When you see the market going crazy, a lot of times Coke will pull back some because people play that for dividend. TSLA was up 16%. So a good day for TSLA. Closed on the high, it looks like. Long way to go for us on that one. I did not cost average that one. Probably won't. This is actually my second winning stock for the year so far, not counting what I'm holding, because what I'm holding is a big time loser right now. So we're going to have to hold it until we get at least break even, and that's a $66 level. So that one, but we only bought it in one account, thank goodness. So we're just going to hang on, be stubborn with that one, and if it takes us 2 years, it takes us 2 years. Or whatever. I don't think it will with Biden in there, and they're probably going to, the pot stocks will get a lot of attention here when they start talking about legalizing it. Nikola, again, that one's up a little bit, 6%. We'd like to see that. That one's been beating us up pretty bad too. All right, so that's the way it goes. Here's all our NVAX news you can see. So here's the deal. Tomorrow, you're going to have a lot of news about Novavax. So it's going to be on all the TV channels. It's going to be, pre-market talk. The vaccines are conversation every day, but Novavax is not always in that conversation, but I expect them to be in there tomorrow with this news. I'm sure they were this afternoon. I wasn't around to watch, but that's probably going to help push it up some. So watch for a good high tomorrow. That 135 level, if it gets past that and on up to 140, 150, it could be off to the races to that 160 something, 180 level. And if it hits either one of those, 160 something, 180, I may be out on some of it at least. Okay, hold the cash count to the very end because I got to pay taxes on that. But hey, we'll pay that tax, man. That's no big deal. All right. So I hope you have a great rest of your week tomorrow in trading. If you have not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe by clicking this big round button right here. Appreciate that. Sitting at, I think, 107 subscribers. Like to get a few more if we could. Don't forget to push the like button if you like the video. And feel free to comment anything you need to comment on. I would love to hear your ideas about stocks and some of the, especially the ones we're holding. And I hope you have a great end of the week, and we'll get back on here maybe Sunday or Monday night, and we'll see you then. Thanks.